going to Oshawa, change to a bus, go up to Peterborough, and from there I'm riding east to Hastings and Campbellford to Ferris Provincial Park. The big highlight of the park is a suspension bridge over the river, the Trent River. I've got to see this. I camped there once before, but the bridge was closed because of COVID. The weather has been a bit unsettled. A lot of rain in the forecast, thunderstorms this afternoon, but nothing so far, not a drop. Just thought I'd take a chance. I don't really like cycling in the rain, or camping in the rain for that matter. Well, if there's a giant Toonie in the park, I must be in Campbellford. I made it. What a long ride. Hot day, hot now. This structure was put up 20 years ago, 2001, as a tribute to the almighty dollar. No, it was a tribute to Brent Townsend, the artist who lived locally here, who did the design. He's a wildlife artist. After that, Brent Townsend and the town had a big dispute. They wanted to expropriate his house for maybe to build a bridge, maybe not. There was a lot of conflict about it, and he eventually left. And now the town doesn't even mention his name on the website. They just said it's a monument to a local artist. They won't name him. It is 6:30 in the morning. Kind of a misty, overcast day. I'm thinking it might clear up though. And it's a nice quiet campground. It's midweek, so a lot of empty campsites. And here is mine. Nice big campsite, quite private. And I noticed that these campgrounds now, these sites are being built so that people can just roll on their big RVs, their big campers, like my next door neighbors here. They're just getting up. But you see how big and open these are. And I was thinking, well, it's not too private, but if you've got an RV, it's very private. You can create your own privacy. And what I noticed is the big public washrooms are empty because everybody's got their own. This is a nice park. 163 campsites on 2 loops, so 2 campgrounds, and lots of acreage for hiking and walking and riding your bicycle. What this sign says is that 2 brothers named Campbell came here in 1831. They were the first settlers. And other settlers coming through the area, they would ford the river on Campbell's property. So it became Campbell's Ford, Campbellford. That's how it's got its name. This says that a Scottish caretaker who worked for James Marshall Ferris in the 19th century, 1873 to 1892, would gather up the field stones from the farm and build stone walls to keep the animals in. You can see he's even built stiles into the walls so that if you wanted to get over the wall, you just walk up these steps. Very clever. Approximately 7 kilometers of stone walls can be found throughout the park. This is the boat launch on the Trent River. Ferris Provincial Park says there's no swimming, but I just met a guy who's coming up from here in his bathing suit, and he said he went swimming and that it was beautiful, no current. They used to bring the sheep down here for wash before they were sheared. And look at this. This is the Ferris family. Doesn't give a date when this might have been. It's hard to say, but look at how people are laughing and really enjoying themselves at this spot on the Trent River. And the other feature is this suspension bridge, which is really what I came to see. And I had a sneak peek last night coming back from downtown, coming back from dinner. Well, here it is, the suspension bridge. I was going to wait till the morning, but I was passing by. What an evening. This is fabulous. I kept reading that it sways beneath your feet, but it seems pretty stable to me. Whoa, I just looked down. That does give me a funny sensation. Right down the cliff there. Whoa. Made my stomach feel funny. Look at this, this is so great. Look how it dips in the middle. Yeah, I like the feel of it. Here's a nice view of the river. Thing is, you can see right through it. When you look down, it's like, whoa. I don't know what those old limestone buildings or ruins are over there. I'm going to have to find out. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you live locally?
Yes, I do.
What are these buildings here? I mean, these old limestone.
Old ones there,
yeah.
the limestones.
Yeah.
It was a slaughterhouse at one point in time.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah, and it
Okay.
was Breathharp Leather, I believe, at one time.
Pardon?
Breathharp Leather.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting. If I had taken the road, I would have seen 3 signs: stop, no trespassing, video surveillance. But I didn't see them. I cut straight across to the building. In the windows, there was an art exhibition from 4 years ago, Canada's 150th anniversary. The official flowers of all the provinces and territories. I went around to the back and really got an idea of what a massive structure this is. In 1881, the building opened as a paper mill and later became the Bright Hopped Leather Tannery, just as the woman said. I was filming the plaque and a man came out. I couldn't believe it. I thought the place was empty. We started talking. I said, I hope I'm not trespassing. He said, yes, it's a big sign. I apologized. He was very nice about it, very understanding. And he asked me if I wanted to look around. Yes, of course. The first room was empty. I thought the whole building was empty. He showed me around a 2-story apartment where his daughter used to live. Somehow I made a mistake with my camera. By accident, I enabled the time-lapse function and ruined the video. But I got a lot of good still photos. We went through to the second room. In the corner was a tree trunk, like an artwork, and there were dozens of bicycles. Over the years, he said, he kept buying them at estate auctions. In the next room, things got really wild. Machinery everywhere, all kinds of machines. He's a trained electrician, but he also loves gas-powered machinery, and he had lots of these. It was hard to know where to look. My eyes couldn't settle on anything, and the building was enormous, one room after another, all teeming with artifacts, like a jumbled museum. He had old church bells, a horse-drawn sleigh, vintage motorcycles, electrical panels. He had rows of filing cabinets, all full, and all kinds of street signs, even a sign from the Toronto Star. That was a daily newspaper. He showed me his workshop. It had its own room on a lower floor. The whole place was amazing. I'd never seen anything remotely like it. Larry Healey, 83 years old, looks 63. What an extraordinary collector. What an extraordinary man.